friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to share my outdoor Halloween decor for 2022. I had so much fun doing this and I really pushed myself this year. I love challenging myself and I was able to achieve that fun jack-o'-lantern arch that's oh so popular. And I had some fun with the ghost out there. And I just am excited to share this with you guys. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe. This is part 5 of my decorating series for Halloween, and I have 2 more videos coming as well. I want to do a spooky kitchen and take you through the last looks of everything at night in the house set to music. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you are enjoying my Halloween series. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. And if you are returning, thank you for your loyalty. I'm going to quickly take you through what I did to build this jack-o'-lantern arch. I've seen people do it several ways with PVC pipe and balloon arches. For me, I use this garden arch that's from Amazon, and it made sense for me. It's really windy where I live, and so I wanted something that was going to be pretty sturdy, and I have the bottom anchored and some zip ties on one side of it too, and so it's actually holding up really well. It's been up for a week now. So if you follow me over on Instagram, you saw a few weeks ago I purchased a bunch of these jack-o'-lanterns. They're from Walmart and Home Depot. I got different sizes and shapes, and some of them are friendly and some of them are spooky looking. I spray painted them all white, and you're going to see some of these are going to need touch-ups as I'm hanging them, and I do end up touching them up once I get them hung. I also want to mention that I've seen people use those craft pumpkins too that you can carve yourself. I just could not take the time to carve that many pumpkins. This was already going to be a big undertaking. So what I'm doing here is I have a marker and I'm putting that jack-o'-lantern up against the arch, and I'm marking where I need to put these zip ties, or the holes in for the zip ties. And this is a process you learn as you go, because these two wider pumpkins on the left and the right, they took, I think I have like 4 zip ties on them, and I ended up having to tie it back too, just because they kept wanting to lean forward. So I definitely have to say that it's a learning process, but the end result is definitely achievable. So now I'm just going to take the drill and I'm going to go ahead and drill some holes into where I marked it when I had it up on the arch. Now I'm going to be getting some zip ties out and I'm going to thread them through the holes. I put 2 holes for each zip tie, and trying to thread the zip tie through the 2 holes is a little bit difficult at first, but you get the hang of it as you go. Okay, so this is later in the evening and I've got all the jack-o'-lanterns on the arch. I didn't think I should take you through every single jack-o'-lantern being put on the arch. But I did the same process with the zip ties and the marking them and drilling and everything like that, so I didn't figure I needed to really share that. But if you have any questions, definitely ask me below. So now I'm adding in this black maple leaf garland. It is from Amazon, and it's just going to kind of fill in the gaps, and then we're going to add some lights and some spooky spider webbing. I'm curious, are you decorating outside for Halloween? And if you do, what is your big statement piece? This is my first year obviously doing the jack-o'-lantern arch. We usually have inflatables out here and some lights going on. Definitely in my neighborhood, we are the house that decorates the most for Halloween, which is funny because I don't really think it's that much that we do compared to some other ones that I've seen on social media. But I love it, and like people like to take pictures in front of our house, which I love. So I'm curious, are you that house in your neighborhood that goes all out? Or do you even decorate outside? What do you like to decorate with outside? Do you have a big statement piece? Do you have the 12-foot skeleton? I just love how fun this is, and everybody smiles when they walk by, and it's just great to spread that kind of joy around. So now I'm showing you that I'm adding in these C9 light bulbs. They are from Walmart in the Christmas section. All of these pumpkins came with individual lights inside of them, but that would be a lot of lights to have to get together and plug in. So this worked out better just using this Christmas strand. And now I'm adding in some black spider webbing just to give it more of a creepy effect. Okay, so it's the next day and I'm picking up all the fall decor. If you missed my fall decor outside, I didn't really do a video on it because, let's just face it, it wasn't really much to it. But I did do a YouTube short on that. And I'm curious, do you guys even watch YouTube shorts, or you're just more interested in the long format content? Because apparently it helps you in the algorithm if you do shorts and add to your stories and timeline and whatnot. I've done a few of the shorts, and I don't really see that it helps me out much, but I'm curious, do you guys even watch the YouTube shorts, or are they just annoying? Okay, this next piece of decor I was so excited to get, but it was also kind of tricky trying to figure out how to position him in the yard. So this is a 7-foot skeleton from Walmart, and you can see he's pretty big. I am 5'10", and he's pretty tall. I ended up attaching him to our front lights with some zip ties. I had to drill into his skull, but it looks like he's standing up and waving, and I'll show you here. But I did it off camera because I had to keep playing around with it. It was just really tricky with what I was trying to actually do with him. So do you like to decorate with skeletons? I am loving the skeleton trend, and the 12-foot one is just insane, and I would love to own one. They're hard to get your hands on, but it's just so fun. Okay, so I went ahead and added in some bats on the left side of the arch just to bring in a little more black, and they're holding up pretty well too. We had a cold front come through last night and they're still hanging up out there. Now we're moving over to the window underneath the porch, and I'm going to be adding these door covers from Walmart. They are 98 cents a piece. They're super cute. They have a ghost on them holding a jack-o'-lantern, which fits our jack-o'-lantern theme. And you can see I'm just adding it to our blinds right there, and I'm just taping it with some painter's tape. And I'm going to do that on both sides, and I'm going to do it on the other side of the house. And I already have these curtain lights hanging from the blinds here, and it's a really cool effect at night with the lights coming through these door hangers. Next, we're going to be making this fun ghost. If you're on Instagram, you've probably seen this several times. It is very popular. People are recreating it. The one on Instagram, you use a foam ball and a tomato cage. For this one, I already had this, and it didn't have anything growing on it or anything. It's just like a garden, kind of like a tomato cage. You're supposed to like be able to propagate your plants on them. But I'm putting it in this planter next to the bench, and then I'm going to end up adding a old skull that I'm not using this year in my decor for the head. And I'm going to put the sheet over, add some lights underneath, and make some eyes, and we will have a spooky, cute ghost. So for the eyes and mouth, I'm using black felt, and I'm going to add some white pupils to the eyes. And I'm not very great at cutting out ovals, but I think this came out cute. That's what I love about Halloween. It doesn't have to be perfect. So in keeping with the ghost theme on this side of the house, we're adding in this giant inflatable. I've had this one for 4 or 5 years now. It usually goes right in the middle of the yard, but since I had that jack-o'-lantern arch this year, I wanted that to kind of shine, and it works really well, offsetting our house on this side with the light. So next I'm adding in this spider right here. I felt like I needed a little more black over here, and the spider would do really well. I had him inside the house last year. You can see my daughter and my husband are out here right now too. She's loving all the Halloween decor. When we pull into the driveway, she's like, wow, wow, wow. It's just the cutest thing. I love how she loves spooky things like her mama. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the final touches. I'm going to add in this tombstone with the skeleton. It looks like he's popping out of the ground from his grave. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this other inflatable I have. It's a spider, and it kind of reminds me of Beetlejuice with the black and white stripes. And you're going to see I have lights inside of these. This one has a kaleidoscope inside of it. The light it came with is out. I'm going to link below the lights I do use. I didn't really show too much of me setting those up because that's just not as fun to see. I got these cats from Amazon. They're just like styrofoam board like you see for like campaigns and whatnot, and they're holding up well outside, and I'm going to place them throughout the yard, and kind of like cats are just all over the yard. I also have these 2 mice that I make fun of and say they're our boys, Aiden and Blake, and that cat's our daughter, Thea. So I'm going to go ahead and place these throughout the yard, and then that'll be it, and I'm going to take you through the nighttime look, and please let me know what you think in the comments below, and I look forward to our next video. bye.